Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Full Moon here, and welcome back to the channel and to another awesome video. In today's video, I'm going to be more or less modernizing the tomato temple from Chapter 1 and making it look like as if it were in Chapter 2. Chapter 2 has a lot better building designs, a lot better graphics, and so I'm going to be taking basically my favorite POI from Chapter 1 and just trying to make it better overall. So if you go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you're using my creator code in the item shop, which is fullmoon-yt. And with all that being said, let's get right on into the video. The first thing that I did was immediately take out the prefab for Tomato Temple. And the reason I did this is because I just wanted to have a good look at the build, and I'm basically just going to be replacing these pieces a lot. The problem with Tomato Temple is it's like really ugly looking dark temple pieces. So I begin rummaging through and I find the Fort Crumpet pieces, and so I end up placing the Fort Crumpet prefab down and then just begin messing with those pieces as well. And as you can see here, I start taking those pieces and using them. But yeah, so I'm basically, this is just time lapse. I'm gonna be just sitting here, I guess, and letting y'all see what I do. And then I'll be back in a bit. As you can see, I've begun taking more pieces and just making everything a lot more modern. I think I think I changed the sunlight settings there. But I basically, like I said at the beginning, the whole goal is to make this look more like Chapter 2. So I've begun taking all of these pieces and I began putting them with the Fort Crumpet. And this is like the hardest part of the whole thing because I was just trying to find all these right pieces, and then the sun settings kept messing with me, and I couldn't tell if certain things were the old pieces or the new pieces, and it was just really frustrating. But I think the build ends up turning well, and I hope you guys like it. So I'm gonna leave you guys here again and just let you watch. So here I begin working on the interior, and I put this light device down just so I could see better inside. But I began replacing all of these interior pieces with these new Fort Crumpet, and then I think I'm back outside working again. Yeah. So I just basically began fixing everything that I missed. Like I said, this changing all these pieces was the hardest part of the whole video. So I'll let you guys watch again. As you can see, the build is starting to get a lot better. For most of the outside pieces are now that new awesome looking sand color. And I think I'm done because now I know exactly what I'm doing. So I felt like this wasn't enough, and so what I began doing was constructing these like wooden towers, more or less. They were going to be Fort Crumpet pieces again, and they were just going to match the Tomato Temple new build. And I was just building these like towers and using these wooden pieces just as like a cool little detail from the Fort Crumpet that I thought would be good for this build. I began placing all of these floors down and then these new walls. And I just began building this little tower, and then I'm about to multi-select it and put it into all 4 of these corners, so I'll come back when I do that. I begin dropping these cannons on top. I think these are really cool props from the Fort Crumpet build, and it kind of just makes this look more like a fortress rather than just a temple, and I thought that was a really cool addition to add. As you can see, I've replaced a lot of the walls to be more damaged to just match the overall damaged build of the temple, and I think these towers came out really good. So here is the final part. I began working on terrain. I realized that my area was a lot more dead than I thought it was, and it felt like I needed some terrain. This is very bad style of terrain that I've used, this circle trick. I recommend not using it. However, I just needed some filler, and so I quickly made that round piece and just began placing it around. And I did this on like all 4 corners, and I really do think it helped with the build. It just added a little bit more scenery that was needed, and I think it turned out really good. Next, I began adding some nature, and I first start out with these bushes, but I slowly began adding more nature as like trees and such, which I'm doing now. And this also adds to the scenery of the build and just makes it look a lot better. And yeah, it makes it look a lot more realistic and a lot more intriguing for people who are looking at it. Here is when I think the build is done. And then I get my boy Nova J in here to kind of review it, and I'll be back when he joins. So as you can see, I get my boy Nova J in here, and he's just kind of looking at my build, and then me and him decide to add just a little bit more extra details, such as like more broken floors outside of the towers, and just a little bit more extra detail to the build, which I think he helped a lot on. So huge thanks to Nova J for helping me improve the build. I really appreciate it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is today's video. So like I said at the beginning, if you went on to enjoy it, make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 216 subscribers, and I'm really excited for it. It's just going to be a really exciting moment when I hit it, so make sure you tell your friends, share the video, and yeah, I'm going to have some great content on the way as well, so you're not going to want to miss any of it. And comment down below what you think I should call this POI, because at this point, it's not really Tomato Temple anymore because of the towers and stuff. I've kind of thought about calling it Foodie Fortress, but that's kind of cringe. So just let me know down in the comments below what you think I should call this. And with all that being said, that's it. So I am